Hayame, magic and light with thee. This is Sika.
Shreya.
Flynn.
Oma.
And I'm your DM, Ethan. Welcome to Venture Forth. Previously, you all had fled from the city of Solaris with a new friend in Seeker, a man who said that he could get you guys a magical item that would be able to rid you of all magical tracking from the Hollow Guard. As you guys ventured out of the city and you guys traveled up into the mountains where this water was that Seeker says that has some magical properties where he could fill some necklaces, give them to you guys. You guys ventured up this path into the mountain and came across a tree, a seeming temple to Ilduria along this path. You guys walked in and discovered a massacre had taken place here. Some bodies had been burned, some had been stabbed, but all dead, and all of them seemingly harboring ghosts that were still haunting this area. Kalik went around and put some of those bodies to rest, and you guys found another ghost upstairs that was sort of in this longing state. And once Shreya then put them to rest, you guys yourselves took a long rest and woke up the next morning. So, with that, you guys have hopped up on your horses. You guys are heading up the mountain. Shreya, when you cast the spell to find the algae in the pool of water, you had determined that it was a little ways up the mountain, probably a couple 100 feet up. So not too far of a trek, but as you guys are going up this mountain, you guys are sort of weaving in this path between the trees, these evergreen pines on either side of you. Leaving the Temple to Ilduria in your rear view, you guys approach a much larger temple, one that you guys hadn't seen before because it was covered with all of these trees and obscured within them. You guys get the first little look of the place that you guys are coming across with these stones that are in the ground, these carved stones that may have at one time formed buildings, but over the years, over the centuries, have sort of collapsed and just left these remnants. But eventually, after a couple minutes, you guys get to the much larger temple area. And you guys can see that this is a myriad of stone buildings here. There's about 5 stone buildings here, and a majority of it has been collapsed. You can see scorch marks on the outside of it and arrows that have been plunged deep into the sides of these walls, and evidence of a large battle being taken place here. So, as you guys approach these ruins, what would you guys like to do?
Who is this temple to now?
Would I know?
All of the gods?
Yeah, Seeker, make a religion check for me.
15.
15. You would know that, yeah, this is sort of a spiritual gathering place for all worshippers of the old gods. And you would know now, looking at the structure of this, that there was probably like a majority of people out here, but knowing the followers of Ilduria prefer the peace and the quiet of nature, they sort of made their own thing that was close, but not too far away to still keep in touch. But this is sort of the main area for all of the old gods.
In a very wise and sage-like way, Seeker would relay all of that information.
So it's kind of like the temple district in Addersfeld.
Yeah, sort of. These buildings are much more. These buildings are much older, and very specifically built up high in the mountains for religious purposes.
Is it a wooded area, or is it kind of cleared? Is it more like man-made terrain?
Yeah, so looking around, you can see that the tree line pretty much stops where this temple is built. It's been pretty heavily cleared out, but you can see some of the growth starting to come back into it and sort of take it over once again.
And would I have heard of this kind of place just from working in Addersfeld and my various pilgrimage is?
Make a religion check for me.
That's a 10.
A 10. Most of your studies would have been centered around Ondale. While you did sort of study the religious practices all over the world, this one is not ringing any bells for you.
I believe we need a temple we need to find maybe a fount or pond or pool, source of water. Most likely for Famir.
Why Famir, if I might ask?
Well, if you follow the lore of the old gods, Famir is the giver of all things.
Right. Is the bacon above all. But, that give her... I don't know what bearing does that have on these trinkets, these necklaces. She can block those that she reigns over? Is that what we're to understand?
I can't say. I think it has to do with how they were enchanted.
Aye.
Old magics. To old gods.
Well, the mayor is good and just. But, and I'm sort of saying this to everyone, those that follow her are not. So, let's keep our wits about us. Aye.
Are there dead bodies here too?
Make a perception check for me.
Ooh. 22.
22. Looking around, you are sort of inspecting the area, and sort of just up and to the right, where some grass has overgrown into the stone, just beyond that, you can see a body.
Over here. I'll walk that way. Does it look
Well,
like it's...
are we still on horseback? Or have we...
That's up to you.
I will hop off. I was on somebody else's horse, though.
You're on my
I-
horse,
Yeah, I hopped off. Over here, guys. And I'll walk that way. Does the body, when I get closer, does the body look like it's starting to decay or kept like the ones in the temple?
This one is not decaying at all.
I think we need to do the thing.
Cedo Oculus. No. Eyes of the grave. What are we looking at?
What is the range on that spell?
60 feet.
60 feet.
miles.
100,000. Hang on. Let me confirm. 60 feet.
60 feet, you detect 3 sources of undead within 60 feet of you.
And are they inside the temple or?
Yeah, so at this point, because the temple is mostly ruins, it's not like rooms and buildings anymore. It's mostly just open air.
Just an open field. Okay.
Just like walls every once in a while. So yeah, it's pretty much open air.
And can we see then where this pool of water is that Shreya was searching for?
Not at the
proximity does?
current moment, no.
Okay. There's 3 of them.
Maybe we should take care of them.
I think you should do this one first, because it's right here.
I'll follow Alma's point. What's the body look like?
The body has had its right leg completely blasted off. You can actually see the right leg about 4 feet away from the rest of the body. And where that leg is it's all charred and on both pieces.
It's charred. Okay. I will ex coquo to toll the dead and scorch away the remainder of this body.
Okay.
One down?
One down, Alma. Sent to the Argent Plains.
Okay. Oh, man. I'm glad we didn't sleep here last night, right, Flynn?
I don't like this place.
Yeah, but you're a brave hunter.
Well, yeah. Yep.
Are you guys moving on to the next body?
Yeah.
Treya, do you have a way of figuring out where that water is again?
I'm gonna say that Shreya has been in the air on the way to this place, and just keeping pace. Would you? So I guess.
Treya! Treya! Come
Okay.
down
So
here!
then I'm gonna swoop down. Yes. What is it?
You were able to find the water earlier. Can you be a little bit more specific this time and figure out where the water is here?
Did you see it from above?
Oh yeah.
Or that?
Would I have seen it from up there? Or
Actually, yeah, you would have been able to see it pretty easily from above. This is like a pretty big fountain in the middle of what you could see used to be a large temple, but all of the walls and the ceiling have completely collapsed around it, leaving just this fountain standing in the middle.
Apologies, I meant to come down here sooner, but I was just transfixed by the shape that this temple's former glory had imprinted upon the land, and I imagine this was quite the gathering spot in its day.
And then I described what I saw from the air and all of its splendor, despite it being a ruin, that its innate beauty and composition. And also, within that description, I will mention where the water source is.
Okay. And he tells you guys it is just a little ways ahead of you, sort of through some of the collapsed temples.
Right. Well, we have 3 sources of undeath to...
3 more, or just 2 more now?
2 more sources of undeath.
At least close by.
Close by, yeah. So, honestly, with the scope of this place, I actually kind of a relief that it's so few. Such an enormous landscape to cleanse the curses of. I'll get up from where I was kneeled. Let's get to it, hey?
Mm-hmm.
Aye.
Yes.
I'll follow close by.
Then, on me.
It's kind of fun. I feel like a ghost hunter.
Yeah.
Hi,
just-
Helma.
Let's get going. I don't want to be here too much longer.
Aw, it's fun, Flynn. Come on. We're going to hunt some ghosties. And we're going to let their spirits go free.
Make a note in your little book, Flynn.
Yeah,
Huh?
I bet the thing that we're not supposed to talk about, I bet they'll be super impressed.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Also, who knows what kind of place this could become once it's cleansed of its testaments to death, perhaps. A different description for your book could be in order.
Okay. Kalik, are you moving up to the other 2 bodies?
I am.
Okay. And then
I go.
one by one, as you release each of them.
Excalco.
All right. And are you guys moving up towards the the thing?
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
getting good
fountain.
at this now.
Yeah.
We're chucking a lot.
Okay. Can I get a marching order?
Kellic in the lead.
Kalik in the lead.
I'm behind him.
Flynn at the
Okay.
back.
Seeker would be probably right there in the mix.
I'm gonna say I'd be kind of up in the air, like pivoting so that people are, we're guiding slowly toward the pool.
And
Okay.
yeah, Flynn will be at the back, kind of grudgingly following.
All right. So you guys are walking through, and you guys see around you guys like this, what was at one point a beautiful garden with these rose bushes sort of trimmed into little like convenient walking areas, and you could see the stone path beneath you that now the grass is just starting to peek up from between the rocks and the gravel beneath you. And as you guys are walking towards this temple that Shreya had told you guys about, you can see that the base of it was actually pretty big. This seemed like a decent-sized temple at one point that is now pretty much just walls and the ground floor. You can see a giant, it appears to be like some sort of oak tree that has grown right next to the temple itself and is sort of coming up over and providing almost like an organic roof over this portion of the temple and shading the area. So, as you guys walk up into this temple itself, you guys see the pool of water right in front of you. You guys can see the fountain there that is no longer active. Water isn't coming up and out of it. The water is stagnant, and you can start to smell that algae that Shreya had probably detected earlier.
If you wouldn't mind giving me a moment, I would see what I can find magical and just keep an eye out. And we'll go to ritual cast, detect magic, unless anybody has any objections.
Take your time, Saker.
Okay. So you sit down and you get your things ready to ritual cast this. And right as you're about to get started, you hear all around you as all around you 5 ghostly specters rise up out of the ground. And I'm going to have everyone roll initiative for me.
We missed some bodies.
Remember, you have advantage, Oma.
Yeah, I still didn't do very well, even with the advantage.
Bet you didn't do worse than me.
Hey, at least there's 3 missing.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, can I get initiative from everyone? Let's
12.
start with Alma.
Oops.
12.
12.
Flynn got a 14.
Okay, Flynn got a 14. Kellic, what did you get?
12.
Okay, Alma and Kellic, who wants to go first?
Alma.
Fair enough.
Okay. Seeker.
4.
And then Eldra goes on your turn, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, and Shreya.
11.
Okay. You guys are now surrounded by these ghosts, and as they apparate up above the ground, 2 of them are going to slowly move in towards you guys.
Cool. Love it.
So, one of them is going to move up to Flynn.
No!
And then the other one is going to move up towards Kellic. So, Flynn, as this ghostly spirit rushes up towards you, he's going to attempt to reach out and grab at you. That's going to be 11 to hit.
11 would miss.
11 misses. Okay. And then Kellic. That's going to be a 16 to hit.
It just hits.
Just hits. Okay. That is 10 points of necrotic damage.
Whoa, jeez. That's
That's
a lot
hefty.
of damage.
Okay. That is their turn. Next up, Flynn. This thing just rushed up towards you. What do you want to do?
Oh, guys, I knew this was gonna happen. I'll summon my sword and just close my eyes and attack it.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Oh, it looks like a 20 when it's cocked. I'm gonna reroll it. Okay, 19. All right. Would have been better for the time. So 27, I think. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
A lot.
for sure.
Very, very much. That is 11 points of pokey damage as I reach out and poke
Okay,
it.
nice.
And I will do it again. I'm just poking at it. Another really good roll, 26, 20.
Yeah, that.
All right. Ooh, the second one not so much. 8 points of damage, pokey damage.
8 points.
And that... my turn. Guys, what? That's my turn.
Okay. Next up on the initiative is Olma.
I can't. Since I'm right behind Kellic, but is that a wall between me and the ghost in melee with Kellic?
Yeah, so right in between you guys, you have like this dilapidated pillar, so you can't directly see that.
And that one can't. That means if I move, it doesn't get an opportunity.
That is correct. Yes.
Okay. I am going to go to my left. 1, 5, 10, 15. 2 more feet, or 2 more. 10 more feet. Yeah, and be there behind a pillar. Can I see 2 now?
Yes. Now you've got sort of a line of sight on
Okay.
the specter that's close to Kellic.
I will bring my hands together. I will rub them, and I will attempt to call to me my shadow blade, and pull my hands apart as the swirling mass comes together in the form of a blade.
Okay.
And I will throw it at number 2.
Okay, so you're throwing it at the one right next to Kellic. Make that attack roll.
Wow. Okay. 23 to hit.
Yeah, that for sure hits.
Cool. That is... Wow. That is a 11 points of psychic damage.
Ooh, 11 points of psychic damage.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I didn't seem to like that. And then is that a spell slot for you?
Yes, it is.
All right.
Oh, boy.
So you have to beat a 9.
17.
Oh my
Good.
god.
Oh, it's getting real scary, guys.
Yeah.
All right, now you got to officially you have a 50-50 chance.
Next time,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Crap.
All right. Kellic.
Luckily,
What
that
would you
spell
like to
lasts a
do?
minute.
This ghost just apparated and ran right up to you. What do you want to do?
I'm on the fence. Let's do it. I am going to touch my heart. I put my palm to my heart, and the flesh underneath my bandages begins to glisten with orange light, and it flows into my heart, and I pull open a rift adjacent to me. As I pull my arm across the air out in front of my heart, this tear in the fabric of reality opens up, and from it these blue specks begin to form, and the blue specks turn and burn into ash, and they form this long, slender sort of dagger, and I say, Interfitiam incormeum, and I cast spiritual weapon.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's so cool.
Nice.
And this spectral dagger, I think I can, with my bonus action, attack this spirit in front of me with.
Hit
Yeah,
it.
go for it.
Oh, that's so
I'm
cool.
not saying that correctly. I just go, quick. Okay, so that makes an attack roll. That is a 17 to hit.
That hits. Yeah.
10 force damage.
Okay.
Nice.
As it slices, and the way that it moves, it's like the thing that remains is this slight tear that I've created, and this slender dagger of orange. The tip of it is this orange burning ash, and as it gets to the hilt of it, it becomes blue, and it kind of seems like these blue flakes, as they're coming out of this rift, are turning orange from the exposure to this plane. And this dagger slices through the air, and then it kind of evaporates at the tail end of its slice, but this rift kind of remains as the presence of the spiritual weapon.
So freaking cool.
Very cool. Okay. Next up, we got Shreya. Shreya, you are flying in the air. What would you like to do?
As I see these ghostly figures emerge, and I look down to the party as these figures are descending upon them, I look around and I let out this, like, just blood-curdling screech as my chest tilts up toward the sky and my wings just spread out as wide as they can. And all of a sudden, with my free hand, I thrust the staff as very, very high into the air, and all of a sudden these little wisps of mist just start coming from the horizon, emanating up from the ground, coming down from the sky, and start forming this incredibly large liquid, like misty liquid mass that just gets darker and darker in color as more pieces of wisp arrive. And you hear this like crack and rumble as suddenly bolts of lightning start raining down on the two spirits that are behind the fountain as I cast Call Lightning.
What?
What? All right. Are you going to need a roll from me on that?
Yeah, they're going to need to. They're going to both need to make dexterity saving throws.
Okay, that is a natural 20 on the first one.
Okay, so he saves.
And a 9 for the other one.
The 9 does not save. So
okay.
1, 2. Okay. So the one that failed takes 18 points of lightning damage, and the one that succeeds takes 9 points of lightning damage.
Jeez, that's good.
18
Oh my
points
goodness.
is no joke.
Okay. They did not respond well to that.
Oh,
okay.
man.
Is that the end
That's
of
the
your
end
turn?
of my turn.
I would hope so. Okay. Next up, we have got... so there is this ghostly figure that is a little bit behind you, Flynn.
Yeah,
And just as you turn to sort of keep an eye on it and see where it is, it disintegrates back into the ground.
Oh, here we go.
And pops up right next to
No.
Yeah.
you. And it is going to reach its ghostly hand out and try and touch you.
Yep. Cool.
That's going to be an 18 to hit.
I don't like these things, so I'm gonna see it coming around and coming to attack. I'm like, no, and I'm gonna raise my hand up in an arcing motion and cast shield as a reaction.
Okay.
And you said 18, right?
Yeah.
So it'll miss.
Ah!
Okay.
Guys.
All right. Then another ghost is going to take its turn. Having just taken all of this lightning damage, it is going to recede back into the ground, and it is going to move along inside the ground, and it's going to pop up right next to Kellic and attempt to reach its arm out and grab you. That is going to be a dirty 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
That's going to be 8 points of necrotic damage.
I'm so glad we took a nap before coming here
No kidding.
and came here in the morning.
Okay, that is going to be their turn. Seeker.
He reaches in to, like, around to his haversack, pulls out 2 daggers, one in each hand, and he gives a kind of a slightly different whistle than he's given before, like a, and Eldra gets some height above and out of reach of these creatures, and he will say, Onta Sira, and like his sigil will start to glow, his glow, and the blade, the dagger in his left hand, will also start to have a really intense purple light to it, casting Cantric Booming Blade.
Hey.
Hey.
So using
A fellow
that
boomer,
to attack,
Hey.
Nice.
Boomer. Let's go.
using that to attack the one right in front of Flynn.
Oh.
Oh no, that's a natted one.
Oh, no.
I am so sorry.
It was gonna be so cool. Well, that makes what I was gonna do second irrelevant. He's going to. Yeah, that's. Actually, he's gonna use a bonus action to disengage and move just one space behind Flynn. So, like, one space to the north. Yeah, like right there.
Okay.
That'll be it.
All right. That is going to be it for Seeker. Next up on the initiative. Okay. So we've got a couple of ghosts coming up here. All right. So the other ghost who was hit by the lightning is going to disappear into the ground.
Oh.
And with a whirling, almost tornado-like movement, appear out of the ground.
Ah!
I am going to need Kellic, Seeker, and Flynn to all make dexterity saving throws for me.
Oh, man.
Okay.
As this thing spins like a tornado and is going to attempt to attack you guys.
All right, dexterity. We can do this, guys. Oh, I rolled a 1. Reroll.
I also rolled a 1, but I am not a halfling.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So I got a 14.
10.
Oh, gosh.
Okay. Seeker and Kellic, you guys both take 4 points of necrotic damage.
Ooh, necrotic? Yuck.
We gotta
As
find
this-
their bodies.
Whirling tornado actually spins and spins and spins, and then Kellic, as you turn around, this tornado, like lightning fast, a hand reaches out, touches you, and then recedes back into the tornado. Seeker, you see the same thing. A hand reaches out, touches you, and recedes back into this tornado.
I don't like it. I don't.
Okay.
Ugh.
Next
They're just like
up,
hitting off of the shield that's still up. That's the only way that like ting ting.
Yeah. So, Olma, the ghost that you just attacked is not happy about it. It is going to recede into the ground and pop up right next to you.
No, but it can see me.
Do we get opportunity attacks when they do this disappear in the ground thing?
Actually, you would. Yeah, so Kellic, you get
Kill
an
it.
opportunity attack on that one.
Get it!
As it-
Kill
Can
it!
spiritual
Get 'em.
weapon do attacks when they leave range too?
Don't know.
I think it's because
I
it's
think
a.
I don't think
enter?
it counts as an entity.
I'm gonna say
It's
no.
just
I don't think it
got-
does. I think it's
Yeah,
just
it's
you.
just me. That's how I wield it. Okay, that is a 15 to hit for me.
That hits. And what weapon are you
Nice.
using?
You better believe it's that radiant sickle, boy.
Hey!
Nice. Okay.
Chop, chop.
So that is so pathetic. Hang on. Oh yeah. No. Okay. So that is 2 plus 2 is 4 plus 2 more is 6 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
Ooh, but radiant though.
That's right.
Damage is damage. Let's see.
I slash it with the sickle and the bolt of light flashes.
Okay. It took that damage, did not like it. Okay. It is still going to move towards Olma.
Does it seem like radiant does like more damage, or does it really reel in pain from it?
It does not.
No. Okay.
No. Okay. Olma. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is going to come over to you. And I am going to have you make a charisma saving throw.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, just a little. Yeah,
19.
Okay, a 19. As this ghost comes into your space and completely fills itself into your body, you're able to repel the effect and not become possessed.
Don't touch me! Don't touch me!
No.
No! Keep your hands to yourself!
Right. And then the other one that's right next to Flynn is going to try to
Go for it.
swipe and attack Flynn.
He already possessed, though. Can't possess him. Just a bunch of
Gotta be a
entities
real
inside of his
warring,
head.
Yeah. Spiritual journey.
That is going to be a 19 to hit.
With shield up still, it does not hit.
Oh, okay.
Let's go. I'm a magic boy.
Okay. And with that, the shield just deflected the attack. Flynn, what do you want to do?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so shield dissipates. I saw Seeker attack, and it didn't work, so he backed up, and I'm like, looking at these two ghosts, like, and I reach into the bag hastily, and I pull out some of this silver dust and rub it across my forehead as the tattoo and the dust glows, and I whistle high-low, and it just stays glowing, and I'm like, oh gosh, whew. And then, like, I calm myself a little bit as I rub the dust over my forehead, and it calms me. All right, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. And I look back up at both of them, and just, like, a little smile. But I'm still a little nervous as I stare at them. And I cast Protection from Good and Evil on myself.
Okay. Olma, what are you doing?
Yeah. So these specters, if I throw something at them and it hits them, do they just have like my sword just like in their body still, or did it like fall to the ground in front of them, or like how's that working? Shadow blade? Is there a shadow blade just like in it?
Yes. If it's a magical blade, it would stay stuck into it. Yeah.
Okay. I will use my bonus action to call it to me, even though he's 5 feet from me.
Okay.
And so the blade just like dissipates from inside of the specter and reappears in my hand. And I haven't ever used this up close, but I'm going to, I guess.
Do it.
And I try to stab.
Yeah.
The thing inside of me. Don't touch me.
Okay, make an attack roll.
15.
15 hits.
Yay!
Nice.
7 points of psychic damage.
7 points of psychic damage.
Uh-huh. And
Okay.
That's my turn. I crouch back down and put my hands over my head.
All right, Kellic,
Okay.
what are you doing?
I will. I'm kind of barely standing because I've taken a lot of
no.
damage to my soul.
Oh boy.
I will unwrap my arm and allow the scar on my palm to fill up with ash from another realm, and I will draw that ash across my forehead and down my nose and say, Kanio, and I will turn undead.
Oh.
Yeah, you will.
Okay.
Yeah, you will.
So each undead that can see or hear me within 30 feet must make a wisdom saving throw.
Legit, all of them, I think.
Whoa,
They're all close.
all
They're
of
all close.
them.
Yeah.
Okay, I will go down the line. For
When our
wisdom,
cleric brings all the
let's
spells
see.
to defeat our DM. Once again.
So that's going to be a 16.
That's why he's almost
Exactly.
dead.
You come at me, I'll come at you.
Yep.
Does a 16 save?
It beats it, so it just saves.
Okay, so it saves. A 22.
Also beats it.
Oh man.
A 3.
Ha!
Here we go.
Not-
A 6.
Ha!
Here we go.
And a 18.
Oh,
Two of them,
yeah. So those two that failed must spend their turns for 1 minute. They must spend their turns trying to move as far away from me as it can, and it can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of me.
Get on out of here.
Take reactions.
Get on out of here, ghosts.
For its action,
Okay.
it can only use the dash action to try and escape from an effect that prevents it from moving. If there's nowhere to move, the creature can use the dodge action. And so as this spell takes effect, my entire body, this ash that I've pulled down my face, this ash spreads to my entire body, and the normal orange glow is supplanted by a silver light. The orange is like it's almost as though the orange is trying to overtake it, but it can't. And I'm just like this glowing silver creature of
Awesome.
Whoa.
Okay.
That's awesome.
All right. Next up, Shreya.
So, just mystified by everything that's happening on the ground below.
Wait, do they turn? Do they run right now, or
I
do
think
they
it's
do it
on
on
their
their turn?
On their
On their
turn.
It's on their turn. Okay, cool.
Oh,
And then we'll find out which
for
ones.
I can still bonus action attack with my weapon,
Hey!
so I'm gonna
Oh,
do
that's
that.
right.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh,
So are you attacking the one that's in between you and the fountain?
Yes, that's a dirty 20 to hit.
Hey
Yeah,
yo.
that hits.
Nice. Bonk it on the head.
8 points of force damage.
Okay.
Hey yo.
nice.
As from the rift, this silver dagger slices right through.
That's
Okay.
so freaking cool.
All right, now it's Shreya. What do you want to do?
So my body is gonna hover and just kind of statue-like, kind of being held in the air by this energy. Just going to like pivot. You see my body rotating calmly, and the staff is like above me, facing toward the sky. And as I start to turn, the storm cloud that was churning above the one area seems to just gather all of its energy. There's a crescendo of thunder until it just vanishes out of existence and then appears again over the garden, right on the fringe of where the two ghosts flanking Flynn are. And as another that one was hard. Emanates out of my beak. More lightning. More lightning will cascade down toward those ghosts.
Get
Okay.
'em!
What is the radius of this spell?
It's 5 feet, so I'm going to position it in between
Oh,
the two.
okay.
I think would that
Heyo.
hit me too, or no?
I don't think
It's it's a 5-foot radius?
yes, but I think if I were to position it toward where that garden is, that green space, it would hit both of them without hitting Flynn.
Right.
I'm going to say if it's a 5-foot radius attack, then it would only be able to get one creature.
All right. I'll select the one that's closer toward the center of the garden.
Okay. All right. That is dexterity
Yes.
from me, correct? Ooh, that's going to be a 6.
Yeah, that does not see.
Hey.
Nice.
And let's see.
Take that damage.
Let's see how much damage does that.
Die again.
Okay. It's weird. I get these straight damage rolls. 5, 6, 7. 18. Another 18 points of lightning damage as the lightning
That's
just
huge.
like spins itself in this double helix form, comes down on that ghost, and then just explodes as it hits it.
Okay. Awesome. Do you want to move anywhere? You're still up in the sky.
I do not want to move anymore.
Okay. Okay. That is the end of your turn. The ghost that just got hit by this lightning is still going to try and attack Flynn. It's right there.
So when it goes to swipe at me, the two silver dust lines on my forehead and my tattoo glow brighter and almost blind it, and it has disadvantage on my attack.
Okay.
On its attack.
That is a 19.
Okay.
And then a 13.
Okay. So it misses.
Okay. So
As
it
this
misses.
blinding light kind of shines in its eyes as it tries to hit me.
Yeah.
Okay. Then. All right. So the ghost right next to Kellic then is going to try to attack Kellic again.
Buddy.
Oh, that's a 19.
Which ones are the ones that had to turn?
I think those two are...
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I forgot about that. That's one of them.
Oh, is it?
That is one of them.
Nice. Get on out of here. Get.
As it
Run
reaches
away,
out
guys.
to try and
Repel.
attack you, it realizes its fear and it
I'm glowing silver,
Yeah,
baby.
get out of here.
disappears into the ground, out of sight. You currently have no idea where it is.
He's too pretty
Can
to
I
attack.
attack of opportunity as
Yes,
he
you
does
can.
that?
Nice. Get him.
That's an 11 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, way.
shit.
Nice.
Let's go, dude. So that is 4. What is 4 points of physical damage and 3 points of radiant.
Okay. All right. Still disappears into the ground, out of sight. You do not know where it is. Okay. That is their turn.
Mhm.
Seeker.
All right, Seeker's like kind of exacerbated and just breathing hard. Kind of looking around, seeing the numbers, not liking it, and will say, he would clap his hands together and say, Imika Nisi, and cast Fairy Fire. And,
Yeah, you will.
Get it.
Okay.
I think it should hit all of them if I did my math.
That's dope.
All of them except for the one that just ran away.
Oh yeah, except for that one.
Does Fairy Fire hit us too?
Did the other one use its turn to run also?
The
You
other
don't
one
know
has
which
not
one?
had its turn yet.
It hasn't gone yet.
Um,
Okay.
yeah.
I wasn't sure if they were lumping them. Sorry.
I guess technically it does hit you. Yeah, it's every object within the cube has to make a dex save throw or be. I get to pick which ones. No,
How big is the cube?
it is a 60-foot range.
Whoa.
20 foot. The cube is a 20-foot. I have a 20-foot cube. The range is 60 feet. So I guess what I would do is put it down
That's enormous.
Mm-hmm.
20.
So you would be able to get all of them that are clumped up around you guys. You would not be able to
Yeah.
get the one that is near Olma.
Yeah, then I'll get the one clumped up near us.
Okay.
So we have to make dex saves?
They have to make dex save throws.
We do too.
Yeah.
Here we go. I'm good at those, I think.
Is Kellic within that? I don't think so.
Yeah, if you put it just
You could
towards us
you
more.
could position it so Kellic is not with it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right.
Okay, that is
And I'm
a
good. Like I haven't been hit yet.
natural
Saves
one.
14.
Yay!
Yes, natural one. Let's go.
Let's go.
He is a halfling ghost, so you guys don't know.
That
In
is
his past
a
life.
12.
Is that
Oh.
good? Yeah.
14.
Okay, and then that's going to be an 18.
That'll do.
Two of them.
So two of them are now outlined in a thin purple light, and any attack roll against an affected creature or object has advantage if the attacker can see it.
So are those the two that failed are next to me, right? Next to Flynn? Those are the two that failed? The ones that are on me? The one that's on
Yes,
Kelly?
that is correct. Yeah, the two
Okay,
that
cool.
are right next to you fail.
I rolled a 19 for my dex save.
Okay.
So I think I'm okay,
Yeah, I think you're good.
right? Okay, cool.
Okay.
And with that, Seeker would disengage from the one in between he and Kalik
Mm-hmm.
and move over in between the wall and the one harrying Oma and say, "You don't get her today. You get me."
Nice.
Awesome. Okay. So, next up, this whirlwind of a ghost is
Oh.
going to reach out, and I'm going to need Flynn and Kellic once more. Dexterity saving throws.
Crap.
That's a 5.
Oh no. Really good. 22.
Okay. Kellic, you take 8 points of necrotic damage.
You okay?
Oh,
Okay.
God.
Okay. Next up. Okay, the Seeker, the ghost that you just ran up on. It is kind of surprised that you're there and instinctually reaches a hand out towards you and is going to try and grab you.
Come at me, bro.
Yeah.
It's going to come at you with a natural 20.
Ooh, man. I don't know. I didn't mean it like that.
Wait, hold on. What?
When I said,
Which
That is going to be... Oh, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, our nat 20s are pretty serious.
Yeah,
So
they are no
I'll
joke.
do the math on this real quick.
That is not,
Max damage.
Do you need to, though?
I don't know if you need to do it.
That is going to be 23 points of necrotic damage.
That was
Oh, boy. That's a lot. That's a lot.
I am standing.
Oh,
Just barely.
Okay.
Like that would have. What was it? Necrotic damage?
Necrotic, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
is that one that needs to run?
No.
No, it's not.
No? Okay. Okay, good. This one. just thought
But
about
the
it.
one that does need to run just got fairy fired. So it is now bright, and you guys can see it really well as it recedes back into the ground and runs away out of sight. You
Is
guys
that,
do not know where it is.
At number 3. Can I do a op on it while it
Yes,
runs?
you can. Go for it.
So as a warcaster, I'm able to cast a spell, right?
Yes, you can.
Oh, spice.
So as I see it going down, I think about hitting it, and I quickly just rub my fingers together, tap my sword really fast, and I'm gonna do Booming Blade on it.
Okay.
So let me
an
see if
attack
I
roll.
hit. And I have advantage. Both are good. Like 20 something.
Yeah. Roll your
okay.
damage.
So I roll one of these and one of these. That's a lot of damage. So that's. Oh man, hold on. 15 points of pokey damage.
Nice.
And then it is enwreathed in that energy, that booming energy, and as it
Cool.
dissipates to run away, it takes damage.
Okay.
It takes another 5 points of lightning damage. As it recedes into the ground, it just you hear it just, and it emits that shock as it rips open the ghostly form as it dissipates.
Wow. As you attack this thing, you're honestly not quite sure. As it like dissipated into the ground, you're not quite sure if it dissipating in the ground was still it running away or it
Cool.
dying.
Cool.
Completely
Completely
obliterated.
obliterated. You're not quite sure. So, cool. That is their turn. And then Flynn, you get to go again.
Yeah, perfect. This is great. So yeah, after that happens, I look back to the other one, silver powder across my eyes or across my forehead, and I kind of that smile grows a little bit more, and I'm like, all right, yeah, these things aren't so bad. And I turn over and I see Kellic, and I notice. I'm assuming you look pretty bad.
I am barely standing.
And I notice that, and I'm gonna run to help him and attack this other one instead. And if I could, I'd like to put myself in between. I don't know if I can do that as a halfling, but I'd like to try and interpose myself and go after this one.
Okay.
I think one gets a
Oh, yeah.
It's
Okay,
like
so
a-
it would get an opportunity
The one
attack.
adjacent.
yeah.
That
So the same
is-
thing happens though as it reaches down to swipe, the silver glows bright and attempts to blind
That's
it
right.
as it has disadvantage on the attack.
That's good because that would have been a 17, but instead it is a 6.
Yay!
Okay, yeah, that misses. Awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna run up and be like, Kellic!
Goody and even.
And I'm gonna attack. I'm just gonna do 2 regular pokes with my sword. Oh, the first one's 15. I think that hits still, right?
15 hits, yeah.
15 hits. Okay, that is 11 points of pokey damage. And I'm gonna do the second attack on it. 13.
13 hits.
Awesome. 12 points. 12 points of piercing damage. And so 2 attacks. Is it still up?
Yes, it is.
No! And I'm gonna keep hitting it. I'm gonna action surge.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Woo!
Whoa!
Oh my
Yes.
goodness.
Let's go. Get out of
Eat
here,
this.
Ghost. So, sorry, that I don't roll 2. It's 6 plus. So that's 16 points of piercing.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so as you drive your sword through it, it completely disintegrates into the air around you. And you hear,
Yes.
Kellic, you okay?
Thank you, Flynn.
And I turn back to the other one that I just ran away from,
okay,
and I'll go back to it,
okay.
and I use my final attack on it.
Yeah,
Oh.
go for it.
Fully confident, like smiling,
Oh
like,
my goodness.
Fighters.
and I roll a 19 plus something, so 20
my
something.
God.
Yeah, that hits.
And it takes
Huge turn.
10 points of piercing damage.
Okay,
Fighters, y'all.
nice.
And that's my turn.
Okay, that is the end of your turn. Finally. Okay.
That was the longest turn ever. It was
Oh,
amazing.
man. I love
Get him, Flynn. Get him.
Oma, you are up in the initiative. What would you like to do?
Why won't you just go away? And I stab it again with the with my shadow blade.
Get it.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
This
I'm
is
not kidding.
Nice.
Here they come.
That's
What's the damage?
plus. Oh my goodness! Almost max damage on both of them. 16 plus 14, so 30. Right?
30. You swipe at this thing and
Jeez.
no resistance whatsoever. It's like you're just swiping it through air. And Seeker, you see this thing in front of you. 1 second it's there, the next it is gone. It's almost like it was never even there to begin with. This thing is obliterated.
Why won't you
Nice.
just go away? Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Seeker down on one knee, like reeling, kind of looks over and up at her, and it's just like, what do you have to be afraid of?
Myself. I already said that.
Oh, man.
All right, Kellic. Now that these ghosts around you have
Okay.
been dissipated, what do you want to do?
Looking out across this battlefield, I see that Seeker is not looking so hot. Can I tell who else is injured? From what I can see.
Yeah, who else is injured? Flynn, how are you looking?
I'm
good?
great. I'm okay. Yeah.
Shreya, I think, is fine. Oma?
Totally fine.
Okay.
Totally fine. So it's just me and Seeker. Okay. Well,
Really? It's just us? Like nobody else got hit?
I know. That's what it gives Seeker a look like. This is how it's like. This is what it's like, man.
Aren't you the ones that deal with this stuff?
Is almost scratched?
No,
Flynn's been
nothing.
scratched.
No, I haven't been
Okay,
scratched.
well,
I'm good. I'm 100%.
Haven't been scratched? Try has been scratched.
No,
Somebody's been
no,
scratched,
no,
right?
just you.
Oh my god.
Heal yourself.
Wait, yeah, for real. For real. All right. Well, in that case, this is me. I will say, Ventior, and I will still put my hand against my heart once more, and this time my eyes will flicker with orange light as I cast False Life on myself and restore 11 hit points.
Nice.
Okay.
Or I think they're not. I don't think it's technically restored, but it rather gives me temp hit points. Gotcha.
You're not gonna heal Seeker?
Not right now.
If he goes down,
and then
you can't heal him later.
Yeah.
For my bonus action, I will move the I will pull from. I've had it on my heart in order to cast False Life. I will then pull once more the rift across the battlefield as it sort of like sears its way across, and the blade will cut out at this remaining
Get it.
specter.
Okay. All right.
And you have
So-
advantage because it's fairy fire.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that advantage helped a lot.
Yes. Awesome. Thanks, Seeker.
Yeah, for real. That's a 20.
Yeah.
24 to hit.
A 20. Yeah.
Sweet. Max damage. That'll be 12 points of force damage
Okay.
on our guy.
Not down yet. Next up, Shreya.
So
Come on, Shreya.
the one that's still closer to the center of the garden is still up. How's that one looking?
It's looking beat up. Like you can tell it's struggling to keep its ghostly form together.
Okay.
That storm's still above us.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
lasts for
it
10
is.
turns.
Oh,
Or 10
jeez.
minutes, I guess. So this final, like, the staff itself, like, goes up into the cloud and disappears for a second, and then the cloud pulses purple pinkish color as another lightning bolt with, you know, the same level of ferocity, but just in a different color now, like, just rains down on this ghost.
Okay. That's dexterity, right?
Yep.
That's a 5.
Ah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Super dexterous.
Nice. Okay. That's 22 points of lightning damage.
Ooh. The lightning comes down, and it's like the ghost was there, the lightning hits it, the ghost is not there anymore.
That moves on.
It is obliterated.
As the ghost is obliterated, the wisps, which are now this kind of purple magenta color, all start dissipating, and the cloud slowly loses its form, and all of the wisps that formed it are returning to all of their sources as I spring back into a less rigid form floating in the air and come back to my staff materializing in my hands.
Okay. All right. Kellic, how long does that turn undead spell last?
I think it only affects the folks around when I cast it. Like, it's an active thing that happens. But so it's not like a field, for example.
Okay. So, like, do they have to spend their next... Like, they can't come anywhere near you currently?
It lasts for 1 minute.
Okay.
On whoever it affects.
Okay. Then...
So we have a minute to find their dead bodies,
Right.
Yeah. Okay, we are...
right? I mean, so we have like 8 rounds left.
I will say right now we are out of combat.
Immediately after combat, I'll seeing a lightning bolt destroy the one right in front of me that I just attacked, and all the crazy crap Kellic just did. I'm gonna like look at both of them, just kind of like smile with a grin and be like, "You guys are awesome." And I look around.
Everyone.
What? Well, let's get the water.
Let me see to. I'll move over to Seeker and pull him to me and start getting stuff out of my medical bag, to address his wounds. Are they wounds technically? Even can I use a healer's kit on them?
Yeah, you can see like where he was, where he came in contact with these ghosts. Like some of the skin has begun to like decay almost from this necrotic damage. So yeah, it would definitely be something you could heal.
Cool.
Okay, that is you get 10 naturally plus additional HP equal to your maximum number of hit die.
Wow. Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, I rolled max on it.
So 10 plus my maximum number of hit die?
Your number of hit die, yeah.
Wow. That's fancy.
Mm-hmm.
How you feeling? Are you still down a little? Are you feeling better? Because I also have some stuff if you're not.
I'm not not perfect, but I'm better. I could use... Hold on. And he'll search in his pack and pull out a healing potion.
Oh, okay. Well, you can use yours. I have some, but it's fine. Whatever.
And get 4 points of healing on top of that. All right.
And then I will use Eyes of the Grave, draw ashes across. Can I find the sources of these spirits that have come upon us?
Yes. So as you are casting Eyes of the Grave, you see 5 bodies that were originating where these ghosts came from. You can see 2 of them over in the garden near these little like trimmed rose bushes.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see 2 of them near or just behind a couple of pillars. And then a third one, or I'm sorry, the 5th one, you can see is actually submerged within the fountain itself.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, then
Oh.
one by one, I'm going to attempt to lay these souls to rest.
Okay. And
I guess I'll start with the garden ones.
okay, so you dissipate the first one. Silence. You dissipate the second one in the garden. You hear.
Oh.
You come over to the next one over by the pillar.
Mm.
You don't hear anything. You dissipate the next one over by the other pillar. You hear.
Okay.
And now you got one last one in the fountain itself. Tough to see because of all the sort of algae and plant life that is accumulated over the top layer of the water. But after looking around for a minute, you can actually see like a body has sunk into the bottom.
What kind of fountain is this? Is this a fountain to Famir?
Yes, you can see a lot of like Famir's symbology. You can see a lot of like the tri-ring symbols carved into this stone fountain. It's one of those like 2-stage fountains where there's a massive base that holds a bunch of water, and then there's like a little there seems to be like a chalice sort of 4 feet tall that pours water down into this main basin area.
How deep is this hole that I'd have to reach this?
I'd say 3 feet.
Okay.
The water's not flowing, right?
Yeah, it
No.
looks like it needs to be purified
It's
for
stagnant.
real.
Did we take that buddy out?
I mean, if I can destroy it, then it's all the same, isn't it?
I mean, isn't it like sitting in the water and getting it all gross and stuff?
I say we get rid of the water altogether. Start fresh.
And I turned to Seeker. Is this the water that we need?
I think so.
But it's probably corrupted, right?
It
Right.
doesn't look good. Probably should find a way to make the fountain work again. Here, come help me. Let's.
I'm gonna cast Destroy Water on this
Hey.
water.
Okay. How much water does it destroy? Because this is
destroys
a 15 by 15 foot, or like a 15-foot diameter.
up to 10 gallons.
This is much more than 10 gallons.
Okay.
You
Well,
can see the
can I
water level
just-
goes down a little bit.
What was that?
It's my best effort to replace in the water with it.
Secret be looking for any kind of a switch or activation. Did Kalik share that there's a body at the bottom?
I figured we saw him like
I'm
going.
looking intently at it.
Be trying to see if the body's maybe plugging a hole or if there's like a lever anywhere we could activate.
Make an investigation check for me.
It was so good, then it was so bad.
Huh?
That's a 1. That's a natural 1 for a total of 6.
A total of 6. You don't see any levers or anything, but you do just notice that the algae is kind of pooling in weird ways. Like it's kind of like a weird clumping pattern.
And if I try to destroy this body, can I? Like if I'm casting Toll the Dead on it? Is that effective?
Are you going to try and do it within the fountain itself?
I mean, if I can get up on the ledge of the fountain, and I can do
Okay.
it. It's arranged.
You get up on there and you reach down and you prepare to cast it. But the spell, like, it seems to almost like refract and dissipate over the surface of the water.
Shrai, can you take a look at this algae? It seems strange.
As I coast down and hear this remark, I reverently walk up toward the fountain.
Okay. Make a nature check for me.
Great. Nature. I don't get any. Okay. That's a 9 on nature. On the nature check.
A 9? No, like you're trying to look at this, but the like some of the leaves from the tree right above you are sort of falling into it and making the water move around a little bit, and so you can't really get a good read on it.
I'm gonna walk up to it.
Okay.
And I'm going to go over to where Kellic has mentioned that the body, like implied that the body is. And I'm going to like stare at the water, look up at the fountain, and just kind of look at it a little bit, and then I'm going to stick my hands into the water above the body.
Okay.
And I'm going to move the water 5 feet away from the body.
Okay. All right. And
Or attempt to.
yeah, the water moves. So you create this this little area, a dry pocket around the body.
Mm-hmm.
Does it expose the body to the air?
Yeah. Is that your aim, Oma?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Then
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
it does.
Cool.
It does.
Like parting of the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we want to get it? I'll like run over to
I
Kellic.
think so.
And then
Yeah, I exchange a look, and I will again attempt to destroy this corpse to release it.
Okay. And as you do, the spell seems to take hold and
Nice.
Dissipate the body into the ether.
so it evaporates and is gone?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Well done, Olma.
Thanks.
Good thinking.
Seeker's gonna walk up to the pool and pull out one of the necklaces and see what happens if he dips it into the water.
Okay. So you dip it into the water, and the water itself, Oma would have noticed this too if she put her hands in the water. It's cold, like it's pretty cold water. You have to like get all the leaves and the algae and stuff away. But you take some into the necklace, and it seems like normal water.
Something is missing. Something's not right.
Missing.
Well, this place has been defiled by whatever standard Famir would keep, most certainly. These walls should be immaculate. So it's only I don't know how we can restore it. But the fountain itself is, there's been a corpse rotting away inside of it. Can we see where the fountain would have begun? Yeah, like where the source of the water is?
Yeah, make an investigation check.
Uh, 14.
14. You don't see where the water would have originated. It just seems like in that chalice in the middle, probably the water springs up from in there and then comes out into the main basin. But you do notice that like there's not a whole lot of the practices of the temples of Famir. And there seems to be a lot of like shade in this area. Not really the light that there normally is.
How's the ceiling looking? How are the?
It's a tree. The tree that's grown, an oaken tree that's grown over to create a roof for this. The roof, the previous roof, did it look like there ever was a roof, or was it just an open air and pillars?
You really can't tell. There's just a bunch of rubble around you. It's very difficult to tell.
Okay.
I mean, depending on the layout of the place, this looks like a smaller temple than the one in Addersfeld, by a lot. But there would be all manner of lenses, scopes, astral instruments to redirect the light to this central chamber. So at least a window.
Well, can we just cut down the tree?
I'll look at the size of the tree. Put down. I don't know about that, but maybe move the branches a bit. Expose the water to the light.
Yeah.
When he mentioned that there's like things that he used to turn the light or redirect it, can I look around the room to see if there's something like that, like mirrors and stuff like that they might be around?
Yeah, make an investigation check.
And also just like what is around in here? Is it just the fountain and this, like, or what's amongst the rubble, that kind of thing?
Yeah.
Too, if I could.
While he's doing this, I'm gonna climb the tree and start to peel away at leaves. Like I'm just gonna start to like clear branches.
I
Right.
rolled really low. I rolled a 4.
It's a bunch of rocks. There is some glass on the ground, but you can't tell what it would do, where it would have come from.
Is the glass like stained glass?
Yeah, it is.
Could I pick up like a piece that, I don't know, looks interesting? Just like maybe a smaller piece?
Yeah, there's actually a couple different colors. There's like some blue, some red, some green. Is there a specific color that you want?
No, I think I'll just pick up a few pieces.
Okay.
So a few different ones, maybe just to get an idea of what it looked like, and I'll just kind of put them in a cloth and wrap them up.
Okay.
And I'll put them in I'll pull out my little bag, my little satchel, and I'll put it in my bag that I have all my other little knicks in.
Cool. Oma, you are trying to kick these branches down, clear some leaves out, and
Yeah, I'm gonna use my flames though. I'm gonna use firebolt to burn the leaves away.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Awesome. So you are burning these leaves away. You're actually clearing some really good space pretty quickly. And everyone who is down by the fountain sees as soon as the light actually comes through the tree and hits the water, the algae and everything and the dirt and everything in the water singes away and it becomes this crystal clear. And as Oma clears away more and more and more of the tree, eventually the entire pool of water becomes this crystal clear after all the algae has been singed away.
It's still so beautiful.
I would like to now dip my hands into it and see if I feel anything.
It is still a little bit warmer, but still like cool and refreshing. And as you have your hands in there, you can almost like feel a very faint like pulsing, like almost a heartbeat, but very faint.
Let's try to keep the amount of light on this fountain to a maximum. As much light as we can manage.
I keep burning.
I'd like to just touch the surface of it with my left hand, my left index finger.
Okay. As you do, you take 1 point of radiant damage.
What?
I retract my hand right away. All right. Fair game then.
Takes kind of a note of that and it tries to, in the newly renewed water, tries to dipping that necklace again. Let's try again, shall we?
All right, and as you do, all of the tiny little intricate blue gems, or the blue, the blue chain links that are on the chains of this necklace, begin to sort of pulse with this slight blue color as you fill up each necklace, and you can feel them become empowered.
There we go.
Yes, it works. It worked. Not gonna lie, I was not exactly sure it would. Glad it did.
Aye. Trya.
Yes,
Does Trya still have his hands dipped in the water?
yes.
If you close your eyes, can you hear anything?
I would like to close my eyes and attempt to commune with the energy of this fountain.
I'm going to have you make a religion check for me.
Nope. Okay. That's a 10.
That's a 10. You can sort of like, you reach in and you listen and you don't hear anything.
Just faint rumblings, whisperings. Not that I can understand.
Aye. Who knows if it's, Thanks anyway for indulging me. Seeker, you were saying about these necklaces?
Seeker's like laying them out like along the edge of the fountain in front of him and kind of whispering a prayer, an incantation. And as you say that, it kind of breaks his attention. He says, well, it would appear that we are successful. And we have now these necklaces which should protect you. So, I suppose we should talk about payment.
Payment?
Well, yes.
Well, forgive me if I'm wrong, but it seems like in our journey here, you did get some cool magical items, because of things that we helped you kill. So, that seems like payment enough.
Fair, I do hold them now, but I have not taken them. We have not decided where they would go.
Oh.
And you all have some pretty fantastic magical items on you already.
I don't have anything.
It would seem you do, little one.
Alma's a magical item all to herself.
Yes.
What do I have? I don't have anything.
As she made that ghastly thing disappear as if it was never there. It almost killed me.
I don't have anything, though. I just make that. I don't have it. And I like...
Well, then I guess you can't give it.
What's your price, Seeker?
What do you think is fair?
Well, assuming these necklaces work, assuming I can wear it, that's a valuable item. So, name it. You've seen what we have, what we've come across.
He looks at Flynn. That blade you have. Tell me about it.
Well, it's part of the collective. It's how I learn, train, and study. It's like the most important thing. We learn how to use this first before anything. And it becomes part of the person who wields it. Everyone is unique. You inscrawl your name on it, and I pull it out and I show it to him. And I show him the markings all up and down the blade. And then I reveal the tattoo on my left hand, which is just black ink, and it's right above my wrist, or right below my hand on the inside. And it matches the ones that are on the blade. And it becomes mine. And I kind of just smirk a little bit. But you've helped us so much. And, I mean, I have a bow. If this is what you want to take as payment, I'm okay with that.
Alma overhears this and says, but it's bonded to you, so no one else can use it. It's not as good if anyone else uses it because it's bonded to him.
And I'll give her a look.
It has its own emotions, and it bonds to the wielder. So I don't know if it'll work as good for you.
I'll give her a look.
I've tried to use it. It doesn't quite work.
And I'll, if I can, I would like to give her a wink without Seeker seeing it.
Okay, I'm going to make this just a sleight of hand check.
Great.
And Seeker, what is your passive perception?
13.
Sleight of hand?
Yeah.
13. So if
Meets it,
do I need
beats
to
it.
beat it? Because I beat it?
Yeah. Seeker does not see the wink.
I give her
do
a,
I need to roll anything for
I give her a wink and,
performance or
like
deception,
a
or
little nod. I'm sure in time, I've seen the things he can do. I'm pretty sure. I think you just need to spend time with it, Oma. And that might be why it worked.
But you're bonded to it. It has your name on it. Nobody else can use it.
May I hold the blade?
Sure. And I hand it over to him.
He'll kind of weigh it and wield it with a familiarity to such blades, kind of pairing it around. and say, if you'd be willing to part with it, this would make a fine payment. We do have several other magical items that I think we could easily split if you give me this.
No, I don't think so. Split them?
Yes.
Yeah, that seems like you're coming out with a whole lot, and we're not coming out with like anything. And we did keep you alive coming here.
1,
You couldn't have done this
2,
without us.
3, 4, 5.
Who got the fountain working again? You wouldn't have even had the water if I didn't get the fountain working.
This was a team effort, no?
You admitted
Exactly,
yourself
a
that the
team
necklaces
effort.
wouldn't. You weren't even sure if they would work.
But they did.
We don't know that yet.
Did I catch this wink between Oma and Flynn? By the way,
What's your passive perception?
18?
Yeah, you would. Yeah, you would have gotten it.
All right. Seeker, I'd gladly offer my own sickle in place of Flynn's sword. I don't think it's right to part an Iron Light acolyte with their special named weapon. Flynn loves his name on things, so I can't bear to see him part with
It's
it.
okay.
So you
I
take
can
my sickle
rebond
instead.
to a new one. It's all right. If this is what he wants, and if this is all he takes, I will part with it. It is important to me, and it's very powerful.
We've also got the teapot and the dragon jaw necklace.
Yeah.
Those are what's on the table right now. Unless there's something else that's caught your eye.
Well, the blade. What did you offer, Haley?
My sickle.
That did radiant in this last fight. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a really nice
The
sickle.
blade has had my eye for some time. Where you are going, I feel you will need as much as you can. And he'll take out the necklace and say, "This is wondrous. I would love to find the rest of this, but I fear I will not have time." And he'll give it to his mage hand and hand it to Oma. Float it over to Oma and say, "Take this."
I'll put it in my bag.
Maybe your magic comes from something older.
Maybe.
We'll look back at Flynn and say, "If you will part with it, if you can manage, do not mean to encumber you."
I'll pull out my bow. I think I'll be all right. I think it'll help. What I saw in the battle earlier, I think it might have just been your weapon. That's why you missed earlier.
It is strange, I don't miss normally. But maybe I need more range. And then he'll look at Shreya and say, "This, hold on." And have his mage hand pull the teapot out and say, "I'm sure I could fetch something very nice for this, but I would prefer you to have it," and float it over to our bird friend. And then Kalik, he would look at and actually walk over and say, "Firstly, I'm curious. I would like to know if you can wear this." And
I'll bow my head for him to put the necklace on.
yeah, he'll put it on over your head. and bow.
I'll wince in anticipation.
Nothing happens.
That's a relief.
Indeed. I appreciate the offer. Think you should keep your sickle.
It's a nice sickle.
Thaddeus awake.
Not at the moment.
Well, I can turn him on if you want.
I would like to say hello to my friend.
Here, actually, I could show you. He's your friend. Here. So just in case you want to be able to do it. and I show him how to turn it on, and I turn him on for 10 minutes.
Thaddeus, what were you trying to say before you turned off last time?
Oh, right. Been a while. I don't know.
Stop doing that.
Sorry, I don't remember everything I say.
Annoying.
Thaddeus, you're doing it on purpose.
I'm doing
don't
what
be
on
coy about
purpose?
it. Okay.
We're running
It
out of
does
time,
sound
guys.
like
He's
that.
only here for 10 minutes.
Thaddeus, it's good to see you again.
It was great to see you.
Good to see you found a group taking care of you. Just be careful. I've heard rumors. People are looking for, your kind.
Really?
Yes.
I'll be sure to watch out then.
Seems like you're in capable hands.
Yeah, I'd say so.
You don't want to take him with you?
Where are you going, Thaddeus? Are you not traveling with them? I was under the impression that...
Right now, I'm going wherever the wind takes me. I'm sort of hoping that eventually we can get around to getting me some new arms and legs, but, I'm not holding my breath for that.
Thaddeus, do you need to wear a necklace? How does that even...
Yeah, that's kind of... Hey, Secret, you've got one more of those necklaces, right?
Yes.
Here, could you just give me 1 second? Can everyone just turn away for a second? Can everyone just not look?
Yeah, I'll turn away. Yeah.
Okay, just let me. And a little side panel on his head sort of pops open, and there's just a little bit of a space there that you would be able to place the necklace into.
Yes. For you, I'll do this. Okay. Just slide it.
Oh, it feels weird. Oh, okay.
I've turned away and I'm like making faces at Flynn and Shia of like, what is happening?
Because we're not seeing this? Yeah.
We're just hearing.
Okay.
You guys okay?
I gotta, just real quick, give me, okay. And then the panel closes, and he's got the necklace inside of his head.
Wow.
If you need to find a new body, I am the Seeker. I have some business and more things to find, but I'm sure I can help you.
If you'd be able to find someone who's able to do this but is going to be discreet, I would appreciate if you could send word. I would really appreciate that.
I can do this.
We'll be on the lookout for such a person as well.
Yeah, I think I just also want to say, like, Thaddeus, it's up to you. I mean, it seems like Seeker could find you a body. If you want to go with him, get a body, feel free to. If you want to stay with us, you can as well. It's your choice.
Well, if I'm not too much of a burden, I like sort of having more hands around. Just...
I have a feeling I can find you all again. You're very skilled, but not very discreet.
Right.
I'm trying to teach them not to make such a fuss, but it's not easy.
But, I mean, you're called the Seeker, so you do seek people pretty regularly, and seems like that's the kind of person who could find us.
I imagine even if we tried to hide, you could probably get the whereabouts of us.
It's slowly dawning on Shreya that we're about to part ways, and he is getting more and more upset, but holding it in, kind of shifting side to side and like resting against the staff, looking away, stealing little glances at his hunting buddy from the day before.
Aww.
She just comes over and says, well, if he has to find you again, it's me who will really do the finding. And then she kind of like buries her beak in her chest a little bit, plucks a feather, and she's like, take this.
I'll reach out and grab it and hold it to my heart and say,
I will carry it with me until we meet again. And Seeker, thank you. Thank
Next
you
to us, there's just birds going.
Yeah. It's so cute.
Thank you for taking. Please take good care of her for me. I know you will. Your presence has been of the most incredible occasion. Thank you.
Of course. You all are destined for good things, I think. Whatever that means, right?
Whatever it means.
I think it means to protect and take care of each other and do what you must.
I will extend a hand to Seeker and say, we are the agents of repair. Folks like us, Gideon, we are the ones who will fix all this. Make the world a better place. No matter what gods, no matter what wars, it's upon us to rid the world of evil.
He'll take your hand and pull you in and embrace you. And in your ear say, all of that. And the world is here around us. Protect them. We will meet again. All of us. We will meet again. If needed. And he will go back over to Flynn. Say, let's try this one more time. And he'll put his hands on your head and say a prayer. And he will give a vigilant blessing. So for the next hour, you get advantage on initiative. And then for those who don't have night vision, he's like, I can't do much. It is the middle of the day. But in case you need it, here's some vision from an old god that may or may not be good. And give eyes of night to those who can't see in the darkness.
How long does that last?
Eyes of Night lasts an hour.
Okay.
And Vigilant Blessing lasts until I recast it or until you use it.
Okay.
For advantage. And with that, Seeker will, and Eldra will. Actually, you've not seen it, but Eldra will just land on his shoulder. And he will head down back towards the way you came and look for his horse and head out.
All right, and with that,
Hi, Seeker.
you guys see Seeker hop on his horse with Eldra on his shoulder as he heads down the mountain, slowly out of sight into the trees. And after a minute or two, you can hear the clopping of his horse slowly begin to get quieter and quieter until you can't hear anything. And it's just the birds and the trees around you and the slight breeze that's rustling. You hear a mouse skittering over some of the rubble of this temple. So as Seeker is now out of sight, what would you guys like to do?
Put my necklace on.
Yes.
Yes.
Do we all got one, right?
Yes, you all got one.
Okay.
Do we
yes.
have? Does this count as an attuned item?
This is an attuned item, yes.
So we should spend some time attuning
Yeah,
to it.
Put that on for sure. Well, where to now?
Before we get too carried away, I would like to perhaps rinse off in this fountain. It seems to be having a good effect on my weary body.
Just don't ruffle your feathers on me, Shreya.
Well, let's hang out here for a bit. We've earned it.
If anyone would like to get married, I can conduct the ceremony over. And I gesture to the altar at the front of the temple where there's 3 rings, and you can kind of see there's like an apparatus for where the rings could be drawn in closer together and apart.
Oh, so now you mention that.
I give Shreya a long look. Just like, what? What is going on?
Oh, man.
And then I will actually step outside of this ruin.
Okay. Shreya, you hop into the fountain, and it's like right when you hop in, it starts as like a tingling sensation, and it's a little bit weird. It's almost like your limbs have fallen asleep, but then it dissipates after a second as you realize that it's not your body that this is happening to. It's all of the little pieces of like dirt that are within your wings and feathers are being singed away. And after a minute, after all the dirt and everything has been singed away, you're laying in this nice clean pool.
It's even better than I thought.
This is probably the cleanest you've ever been, by the way.
Woohoo! So, when it seems like all of that dirt has dissipated, I'm going to leap up in the air and let out a and just take off and just have some fun up in the air for a little bit.
Okay.
Letting the
Kellic,
air
are you
dry.
going anywhere specific outside?
I guess I would just go to the. I would go just outside of this place and just like, if there's, I'm assuming there's like benches in that garden. I would sit in one of the benches.
Okay. Flynn, you doing anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna go out. I'm seeing Kellic go out to chill, try having a bath. Let him give him some privacy, and I'll go out and hang out with Kellic. Find him at the gardens and kind of sit down next to him. It's been a interesting day. Seems like, hopefully, and I hold the necklace. Hopefully we won't have to worry about the Hologuard, I guess, for a bit.
It's nice not to feel like we're immediately being pursued, that we can take a breath.
Yeah. Well,
We've been rushing for some time now.
yeah. I mean, what do we do next?
Well, try to find. We've got to follow the threads of the Red Wolf. But we also have to remember that Alma's friend is in danger. In the
Right.
bastions of Kaldor, the greatest, one of the biggest cities here.
I mean, while I did say they don't bother too much, and I reach up and I grab one of the horns, they're getting a little annoying.
Aye, and they pose a threat to us as well.
Yeah. I don't know what's gonna happen, but getting rid of them might be a good idea first. I also do need to go back to Addersfield, check up on things. I had to turn this in, and I reach into my bag of holding, and I pull out the head of the hook hoarder.
Yeah.
I gotta return this as to show him I did something cool, and it's gross and smelly, and I push it back in the bag.
I cleansed.
Oh,
it
right,
a little
you're
bit.
good. So I pull it out and I show it, like, I do have to turn this back in. And I put it back in the bag. So, I mean, maybe we
Yeah.
can kill 2 birds with 1 stone and fix
Right.
these and turn this in.
Then, your possession is not demonic, but might be worth trying a bath yourself in that
You think?
water. I don't know. It's unlikely, honestly, because as far as I can tell, these creatures aren't in direct opposition to the light of Thamir.
Right. Or maybe I should do that. Before I go in, though, do you think we're going to be leaving soon?
The question is where to?
Well, we have horses. I don't know. Maybe the next town over, we can find someone to maybe take a look at these things if this doesn't work.
Do you have that map on you?
Yeah. And I pull it out of my backpack. Lay it down in front of us on the ground at the garden.
How far are you guys from the entrance?
Not too far, just out in the garden.
Yeah,
where
it is
we
probably around the
destroyed
corner.
the
of one of
bodies.
So can I hear you guys chatting about where to go next?
those.
Yeah, I
Probably.
mean, we're speaking at like a normal conversation level, not hushed tones.
Depends on if you can hear over Shreya's splish
Guys
splash.
screaming and flying around.
But yeah, I mean, probably. You probably
So where you
fall
guys
asleep, too.
currently are in the mountains, Solaris is actually probably the closest city.
Mhm.
There is also another military outpost called Blackdale. Further south, there is the Dakir ruins, which are not actively, a city or anything. They're
Inhabited.
ruins. And then if you cross over the mountain, go across a river, there is the town of Marstock, right next to the Grey Forest, at the base of the Bartok Rise.
And I'll point at that on the map. I mean, that looks alright enough.
Yeah, that would be, I guess, the easiest.
I guess we could just head there and set up shop for a day or two and figure out where we want to go next.
Doesn't feel wise to go to any more outposts. Military here, they're pretty extreme.
Yeah, especially with these things, and I again point to the horns. I don't really know if I want to go to an outpost to try and fix these. I think a city's probably a better bet. Oh,
Excuse
hi.
me.
Hey, Alma.
Is there any chance that we can go to the capital?
Well, I wish I knew what fate awaited your friend, Alma. If I were you, I think I would stop at nothing to follow them.
I think I would do the same.
Yeah. So, can we go?
Looking at the map, if we're headed that direction, would any of these...
Yes, yeah, the
towns
town
be on the
of
way?
Marstock would be on the way to
On the way
capital.
towards the capital. How far away is the capital from where we are now?
Ooh,
Like a
probably a ways. Yeah, a long
Okay.
ways. Pretty much on the other side of the country.
Alright. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, well, we're in for it. We go that way, but I can't let you do it alone, Oma.
I don't want to do it alone because when I'm with you, I'm able to control my magic a little bit more, and I haven't made any buildings explode. So, to me, it seems like for whatever reason, you're helping me. So I want to go with you, but I do have to go.
I'm in.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Aye.
Even though you don't.
It's like Seeker said. You all are the first step, the first, the most immediate thing I can do to make the world better. I'll do it. I'll help you, Oma.
Even though you don't know Xavier? Or what he did to be in chains?
We'll find that out. And then we'll use our best judgment to do the right thing. That's all we can do.
Yeah.
We know for certain that the organization that put him in chains might be under the same misguidance as the people that carried out all of this. And I gestured to the ruins around us. This kind of destruction, I mean, I'm no fan of the old gods, but not warranted.
So, to the capital.
To Marstock. And then the capital. We could use a day off.
Where are we on the Red Wolf? No, do we have any threads besides the Hollow Guard?
Other than the cult?
Right.
No.
What Kel gave us,
Mm-hmm.
which was tantamount to nothing.
Keys to open dimensional doors.
Other planes.
Yeah, I mean, pretty bad stuff, but I mean, we can ask, I guess, Sadly.
We also know from your letters that he was asked his father,
Mm-hmm.
Bram, was asked to stop making keys
Mm-hmm.
by Artemisia, who may or may not be Artemisia, you know.
So we know a whole lot.
Never enough, Holma.
So, should we go try and get out of here?
Yes, time is of the essence.
Alright. Good, because, I'll hold my hand out. And I'll summon my sword back. Because I think there might be someone looking for us now.
And with that, we are going to end today's session. A little bit of trickery from Finn there.
Disapprovingly.
Yeah, so with that, we're going to end today's session. Thank you all so much for listening, and we can't wait to see y'all again next week.
Thank you, Rodney!
Bye, nerds.
Thank you so much, Rodney. Bye, nerds.
Yes,
Bye,
thank you,
nerds.
Rodney, and bye, nerds.
Bye, nerds.
Thank you. Bye, nerds.
Hey, everybody, this is Cameron. I do the character of Shreya on Venture Forth. Just wanted to take a moment. Thank you for listening. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Reddit, and YouTube if you're not already. Also, if you'd like, you can check us out on Patreon. And if you'd like to support what makes the podcast possible, please feel free to support. So have a great week ahead. Thanks again for listening, and see y'all again next week.